After the age of 60, many people begin to notice small changes in their memory. You might forget where you left your keys. You might struggle to recall someone's name. Or you walk into a room and can't remember why. These moments can be frustrating, sometimes even worrying. But the truth is, memory changes are a natural part of aging. However, getting older doesn't mean losing your memory. It simply means your brain needs more care, more intention, and a little more kindness. Just like a garden needs regular watering and sunlight, the brain needs exercise, nutrition, rest, and emotional warmth. Many people believe memory loss is inevitable, but modern research and centuries of wisdom show that it doesn't have to be. You can keep your memory sharp, your thinking clear, and your mind active well into your 80s and beyond. It all begins with simple, daily habits that nourish the mind. Your brain is a living, changing organ. It's not fixed. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. The brain's ability to grow and adapt, even in later years. Every time you learn something new, challenge your thoughts, or try something unfamiliar, your brain creates new pathways. These connections form a web of memories, thoughts, and ideas. And the more you use them, the stronger they become. One of the most powerful ways to support your memory is to keep learning. Learning doesn't end when school does. In fact, later in life, it becomes even more important. Read books, fiction or nonfiction. Watch documentaries. Take up a new hobby. Maybe it's gardening, painting, playing the piano, or even learning to use new technology. These activities light up different areas of your brain, keeping it flexible and strong. Then there's conversation. Talking with others, sharing stories, listening to different opinions. All of these stimulate memory and cognitive function. When you express yourself, recall events, or understand someone else's story, your brain is doing complex work. That's why social connection is so important for memory. Loneliness, on the other hand, has been shown to shrink the brain and increase memory decline. So reach out. Call an old friend. Join a local group. Laugh with someone. That joy is good for your brain. Another essential ingredient is movement. Physical activity doesn't just keep the body fit, it feeds the brain. Walking, yoga, tai chi, swimming, all improve blood flow to the brain. More oxygen means more energy for memory processes. It also reduces inflammation and helps remove toxins that affect brain health. If walking every day feels too much, even stretching or chair exercises make a difference. The key is consistency. Small steps done regularly are more powerful than big efforts done occasionally. Now let's talk about what goes on your plate. What you eat affects how you think. Brain-friendly foods include leafy greens, berries, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and fatty fish like salmon. These foods are rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamins that support memory. Turmeric, olive oil, and dark chocolate, in moderation, are also great for brain health. On the other hand, processed foods, sugar, fried snacks, and too much salt can cause brain fog and memory decline. Hydration is also vital. A dehydrated brain is a tired, confused brain. Make sure you drink enough water throughout the day, not just when you're thirsty. Now, imagine a quiet evening. The lights are soft, your favorite music plays in the background, and you're about to sleep. This is another pillar of memory, quality rest. Sleep is not just rest for the body. It's a time when the brain organizes and stores memories. Without good sleep, even the strongest minds become foggy. Try to maintain a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. Avoid screens an hour before bedtime. Create a calming routine, perhaps reading, light stretching, or meditation. Deep, peaceful sleep restores the brain in ways nothing else can. Memory is also emotional. Have you noticed that we often remember emotional events more clearly than neutral ones? That's because memory is deeply connected to feelings. When we are overwhelmed with stress, fear, or sadness, our memory suffers. Chronic stress, especially, damages the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. That's why relaxation practices are so powerful. Deep breathing, mindfulness, Spending time in nature, or simply sitting in silence for a few minutes each day can transform your mind. Even spiritual practices like prayer or chanting can calm the nervous system and strengthen memory. One of the simplest things you can do for memory is to stay organized. Keep a daily routine. Use a notebook or calendar to track appointments, birthdays, or important tasks. Keep your keys, glasses, phone, and wallet in one place. Structure reduces confusion and mental clutter. When your environment is calm and predictable, your mind can focus better. Many people also find that journaling helps. Writing down your thoughts, your day, or even your dreams strengthens memory pathways. Laughter, too, is medicine for the mind. When you laugh, your brain releases chemicals that improve mood and reduce stress. Watch a funny movie. Share jokes. Don't take life too seriously. A joyful heart supports a sharp mind. Music is another magical tool. Listening to music, especially familiar tunes, activates deep memory. Many people with memory issues can still recall songs from their youth. Try singing, dancing, or simply listening. Music lights up parts of the brain that language and logic cannot reach. You may also want to consider practicing memory exercises, small, daily challenges for your brain. Try remembering a grocery list without writing it down. Memorize a short poem or a phone number. Look at a picture for 30 seconds, then close your eyes and try to describe every detail. These are fun and effective ways to keep your brain alert. Routine checkups are important too. Sometimes, memory problems are linked to medical conditions like thyroid imbalance, vitamin B12 deficiency, or side effects from medications. Regular health screenings can catch these early and prevent unnecessary worry. If you notice sudden memory loss, confusion, or behavior changes, don't ignore them. Early diagnosis often leads to better outcomes. As you move through life after 60, remember, this is a golden time. A time not of decline, but of refinement. Your memory holds stories, wisdom, and the beauty of a lifetime. Treat it gently. Feed it well. Challenge it lovingly. You don't need to memorize every detail or recall every name to be brilliant. Sometimes, what matters most is your presence, your attention, your ability to truly listen. Memory is not just about facts, it's about connection. The smell of a familiar dish. The sound of your grandchild's laughter. The touch of a loved one's hand. These are the memories that shape the soul. There is no one solution to improving memory. Instead, it's a gentle weaving of habits, nourishing food, peaceful sleep, regular movement, emotional calm, joyful relationships, and a curious mind. With each day, as you care for your brain, you'll notice the difference, not just in what you remember, but in how alive and present you feel. So today, begin with one small step. Go for a walk. Call a friend. Learn a new word. Write a note. Or simply take a deep breath, close your eyes, and smile. Because no matter your age, your brain is listening. And it's ready to grow.